Well, we are loaded into the game. This should be absolutely spectacular, as you said. It is a PvT, and we've just got out of an amazing PvT, so this has got some expectations to live up to, Lyrlian. I'm just going to get straight to this and introduce the two players spawning in the lower left position as the orange Protoss. It's TAiLS. And his opponent in the top right, map being Daybreak, the blue Terran player, KrasS. I'm Madals, with me is Lyrlian. And Lyrlian, I love this map.
Yeah, you do. And you called the last PvT series amazing.
I meant a different one.
The last series was, in my opinion, I don't want to be judging your opinion and your way of judging things, but it was kind of one-sided. Just saying.
I like Widow Mines, just saying. Widow Mines are good units. Good units, yeah. But
yes,
to be honest, this game we should be seeing both players, I reckon, go relatively straight up. KrasS, he's actually got a relatively good TVP. He plays really solid, he's done well. I don't think it's his best matchup though.
Might not be, but he is a god with multi-pronged medevac harassment, so I'm really hoping we're going to see that. In the games that I've seen of him, his mid-game play was always astonishing good and really well thought out, but his late-game follow-ups are always a little bit lacking. So we're going to have to see how things pan out after this command center first that we see coming down by our German Terran player. Will he go for the medevacs? I think he definitely will. He will be trying to make use his multitasking skill to his maximum advantage.
Now, I don't know about you, but I can very much imagine KrasS's face when he saw that, like, the Afterburners upgrade got added in HOTS for medevacs.
Yeah.
It would have still been just perfectly, like, emotionless. Just, like, completely cool and be like, that will be good.
That would be good. Yeah, he could have been like that. He could have been like Arnold Schwarzenegger and be like, that will be good. Because he is, of course, German, so he might have that accent a little bit.
See, I've never actually seen KrasS without a scarf on. But then I've only ever seen him in the UK where, to be honest, everyone wears scarves all the time. Because it's freezing.
Because it's damn cold. Ooh, what's going to be constructed here in the top right? It's a Stargate, and the SCV for KrasS might be able to spot that. Oh,
but it's all the probe coming in from over there. Yeah,
oh.
That was a big giveaway.
Bam.
Yeah, boom. And you've got to... If you pull the probe directly into it from the corner of your base, unless KrasS was sleeping, he's always going to go over there.
Cancels the Stargate, and in comes the SCV. Oh, go check, do it, SCV. Oh, no, don't go there. I think he's
Stalker, where's the Stalker going? Stalker! No. Okay, KrasS, what are you going to do? Build a factory in his base, KrasS. Do it. That would be brilliant. He doesn't have any gas, but still, do it.
Or a bunker. And then sneak some Marines in there somehow. Oh, there comes the SCV.
Yep, sees it.
Yeah, sees the Stargate has been cancelled. And the SCV is actually going to stay alive. Very well played here by KrasS, but he doesn't have a bunker back at home, which is a little bit risky. This Stalker, with proper micro, and definitely TAiLS will have that proper micro, will be able to do some damage, might be able to kill a Marine or two.
And a couple of Marines killed for a Stalker, always good. Oh, but KrasS getting a nice little angle there, forcing the Stalker back, doesn't lose anything. Really nice work there. TAiLS taking his natural, and also getting up the robotics facility. Up here for KrasS, we see that he's taking his gas, and just really not panicking in any short terms. He knows that the Stargate was now cancelled, knows that's delayed the tech of TAiLS slightly, and just generally speaking, he should be fairly happy to macro up, and as should TAiLS.
Yeah, both players going to be sitting back and going to be macroing up. The Stalker comes back in here, pokes back in, sees the expansion is down, trying to get a bit of a feel of what the SCV count is like and what the units count is like. Do we have an ridiculous amount of Marines on the field, and do I have to worry about a push coming soon? Or is the Marine count very low, and do I have to worry about a third command center being up already? That's what he was trying to find out with that little Stalker poke, and I don't think he really got a conclusive answer.
He didn't, but he does have an observer nearly out on the field, so that's probably rallied straight towards KrasS's main to get all of the visionses. And of course, KrasS just getting down stim, getting down +1. And this is just really gearing up towards the most common timing push, I would argue, in the game at the moment. You +1, stim, 2 medevac, Terran timing. And it hits around 10 minutes. It's really efficient. Yep. And KrasS, I know, likes it.
Yeah, TAiLS, on the other hand, is doing a very very standard thing himself. He's gone for 2 gateways into actually 1 gate into Robo into another gate, and he's got really early Colossus coming out, which is a very popular thing to do in the current meta game. Having super early Colossi basically helps you hold off any kind of pressure Terran can throw at you, and it allows you to get ready for the late game. It's a good thing to be going for, but it does make you very vulnerable early on. That's why TAiLS was scouting so well with the Stalker, to make sure that there wouldn't be some kind of a pure Marine push coming at the 6 or 7 minute mark that could have caught him off guard, because he does make himself very vulnerable to early attacks by rushing Colossus like this.
Doesn't. Ultimately, it's not going to be a massive issue yet, but that first Colossus will be out. I'm really expecting that basically Stim +1 push with the 2 medevacs to hit, because ultimately it's so common and everything's gearing up towards that way. We also see TAiLS getting the double forge, and I think if that push does come out, the second Colossus won't be out in time. If KrasS goes at the earliest moment he can, it will be very close at the very least.
It will be close indeed. The first Colossus is about to pop right now. How are the first 2 medevacs doing? They will be hitting the production tab in a second. So we'll get into this awkward situation where both players will want to apply pressure and will be running into each other either in the middle of the map, or KrasS will see earlier with some kind of a stimmed Marine or a scan or a medevac flying out. And this is the scout by TAiLS. The observer has now seen everything, Madals, knows exactly what KrasS is up to.
And just as expected, here comes the units across the map. And this is so predictable. See the 2 medevacs pop out as well. The medevacs, of course, will get over there at the same time because they don't have to go the long way round. They can just fly straight across, boosting as well, catching straight up with that army. +1 is complete. Combat shield on its way down. We see 4 additional gateways and the Twilight Council all coming down. The 1-1 upgrade getting chrono boosted for TAiLS. But TAiLS has only got a single Colossus, and in actual army supply, it's 26 to 35, so quite a big percentage advantage to KrasS, loading up a single dropship. And where is that going to go?
Well, it's funny how he is researching thermal lens, but only made a single Colossus. That's a big investment for just a single Colossus. Might not actually be worth it. KrasS now has his +1 finished up. He might be wanting to hit, as +1 for TAiLS has not been finished just yet. Nice shutdown of that drop there by TAiLS, getting in a good position. The medevacs are trying to find angles.
Yeah, there should also be, well, potentially a drop coming from into the main as well, but good observer placement everywhere by TAiLS actually, just to make sure that he's completely aware of anything that'll be coming in, and that just means that it's going to be really difficult trying to get any decent angle. And TAiLS just, as long as he's proactive with his drop defense, he's going to take very little losses. He also has the upgrade advantage now with 1-1, but a double drop actually coming straight into the main does unload. There is a single Colossus there, and that means the Marines will have to get back fairly quickly. Load back up, and KrasS is going to be forced out, and again, didn't really do anything.
No, he wasn't able to do much. KrasS trying to find those angles so desperately, but he hasn't really been able to. So he's going to have to rely on that third base that he now has up. Has been scouted by the observer that TAiLS has on patrol. So he knows that third base has been up for a while, and what is TAiLS going to do in response? Looks like he wants to move out and maybe fake taking a third, or maybe he is actually going to do it. It can be either one of both.
Well, it depends what he really wants to do. He has 6 gateways down, and he's got the robotics facility plus Blink, and I think he's going to really try for a little bit of aggression. He may expand behind it. He's got enough minerals to easily do so, and therefore, it's not out of the question, and all he really wants to do is force KrasS back a bit. But KrasS, with so many drops and already showing that he's happy to go for these multi-pronged drop style plays, TAiLS has to be very... he has to move with a lot of conviction, basically, whenever he goes across the map, because otherwise he's just going to get dropped so much.
Yeah, he has. He has to be very careful. He cannot just move out and, you know, be too aggressive, because those dropships might boost in and do some damage. And talk about boosting in and doing some damage. They boosted in, they took a look, and they were like, that's a lot of units being positioned behind the mineral line. We'll just fly out again. I'm not going to take that risk and go for that. The expansion for KrasS was a lot earlier, though. His expansion's already been up and mining for a few minutes, whereas TAiLS is not done yet.
Yeah, KrasS is ahead by 2 SCVs, which when you add in mules as well, puts him very far ahead in terms of the upgrades. And TAiLS now, he's got to keep this third base up. If he gets that taken out, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. With lots of scans going on for KrasS, I like using those scans. He's had those 3 orbitals for quite a long period of time. And therefore, he should get some really good knowledge. He can basically dart back and forth, going for the double drop into the natural base as well, and there are not many units here in order to defend that. Potion overcharge being used, and quite a few probes should go down.
Yeah, a few probes are going to get taken out here. Not a lot, like you said, but a few. And any damage done by KrasS will be good, of course. He's now up by 6 workers, did manage to kill 3 there.
He also got the Mothership Core. He prioritized the Mothership Core over the probes. That's why he didn't get many kills, basically. So he could get the natural bombs out, stops the banking up energy, and TAiLS he's having to be very passive. The third base now is getting the siege here. Right back, KrasS was pulling straight back out, didn't want to overcommit. Better back gets taken out. But to be fair, KrasS is just keeping map dominance.
Yeah, he is. He's got a very, very good map control. Map dominance, like you said, Madals. He's got control of the middle of the map. Might want to scan to take a few of these observers out because they're really pesky. With one good scan in the middle of those 2 observers, he might be able to get both of them. TAiLS realizes that, starts moving one away. Very nicely done there by our orange Focus player, who's now ahead in supply.
He is ahead in supply, but KrasS is still being the aggressor. He's pushing in. He's got the Vikings in a great position. The third Nexus does get sniped down, and TAiLS can really move forward with the Vikings there. Mothership Core yet again taking a lot of damage. Again, TAiLS gets sniped up, and that is exactly what KrasS needs to do. He's dropping that out, it's going to become Colossus is also going down. And Nexus, Colossus, and Mothership Core, that is the push dreams are made of.
Yeah, that was really good for KrasS. Has to keep on upping his supply, though. He is now behind TAiLS by about 20 to 30. I'm not really sure why that is. He's getting a lot of upgrades. That might be the reason why. He's getting a Mobius reactor. He's getting Terran ship weapons level 2. And he is researching 3-3 at the same time. So a lot of upgrades and ghosts coming at the same time. So his supply is a little bit low. TAiLS might have an opportunity here.
He might do. And actually, no, KrasS with a great attack angle there. Much better attack arc, forcing TAiLS back to the time being. And all he's got is a lot of Zealots, but the first 4 ghosts are on the field, making it over. That means EMPs can potentially really reduce the tanking capabilities of the Zealots. And I'd say this game is actually in KrasS' favour, because he's got his 4th on the way, as TAiLS is just remaking his 3rd.
TAiLS is rebuilding that, so he's not going all in with any kind of attack. He is now about to max out, so we might see an engagement soon. The ghosts are pushing forward, haven't seen any good EMPs yet. I don't really think they've really hit what they wanted to. And Archons are going down. TAiLS just running away, losing all his Colossus, being so afraid to engage into this Terran army. And he is slowly but surely dying off, but he is dropping. TAiLS is not out of this yet.
Yeah, he's really... Well, the drop is really going to keep him in it. But the third base is going to go yet down again for TAiLS. Massive movement in here. And what TAiLS going to do? Trying to engage this, but there's such a strong army here. You can see that the upgrades are 3-3 against 3-2, so very even. But this drop is just tearing apart KrasS' main base. But finally, it gets cleaned up finally, but relatively... Actually, there wasn't much damage done by that at all. I was just looking at the minimap, thinking it was doing more than it was. You
think TAiLS should get some more Zealots? I don't think he has enough. I mean, 53 Zealots, that's not a lot. That's over...
Until you're in triple digits, probably not enough. Oh, nice little pinch movement here, running some Zealots in behind, preventing the stutter step away, forcing KrasS to engage. This is exactly the sort of engagement that TAiLS needed. And a good little pickup, boost away. The medevac has got to get out there. Forward flick, tries to get a couple of medevacs, doesn't manage to do so, but swap is out in the main as well. And KrasS hard, because TAiLS is all in at this point. He has to win.
He has to. There are a lot of ghosts now out on the field in the main base. The third base is taking some fire. All the SCVs are evacuating to the new third base. TAiLS is reconstructing his own third, and it looks like the weird army composition with just a lot of Zealots who do have 3-3, granted, but KrasS didn't have the EMPs to deal with those Zealots the way that he should have been doing. It's going to become a very, very difficult and very close game from now on. Both players don't have a third mining at the moment.
The interesting thing is that actually TAiLS is currently ahead in income, just purely because that 4th base, or the 3rd base, was taken out. But KrasS has now retaken his 3rd, is going to be able to pick that up. In terms of the worker count, he's ahead by 9 admirals, which is obviously quite wrong. For TAiLS, his standing army is still fairly strong, but he doesn't have any Colossi. That's the first problem, and so he's relying completely on High Templar, which still don't have Storm. It's only half research, so this is opening us up to some really interesting late game play, but both players have to be so cost effective now. One bad engagement and they will lose.
Yeah, it's all going to be about that next engagement. Storm will be at TAiLS' disposal, and the scan goes down, so KrasS sees all the Eye Templar, and he's going to be like, okay, I'm really going to have to hit my EMPs right now, and my snipes, otherwise my entire army's going to get stormed. A few Zealots being called out of position here, that are going down, and every Zealot really counting right now. Every Zealot that goes down is a Zealot that TAiLS cannot afford to replace.
Likewise, though, KrasS cannot afford to replace Medevacs that just decide to go and sit over TAiLS' army. So this game, both players are now mining back again on the 3 bases, so that's like 2 mining bases each. But KrasS trying to secure his 4th. He's flying over a command, and whoa, a good couple of EMPs, and Archon goes down. The High Templar are still there. Storm missing target completely, though. And this is now good snipes coming down as well. But there is a good Storm. This is really tough for TAiLS and for KrasS.
Yeah, no storms are remaining. The Archons are on the retreat, so they're funneling into that little area. Might see an Archon fall. Oh, 2 lucky Archons there. One stays alive with 7 shields, and the other had about 40 shields remaining. That was super close. Could have lost 2 Archons.
Well, a couple of Zealots are coming into the natural base at the moment, Lyrlian, and he's dealing some relatively good damage, but KrasS, he's not really going to fall much back to deal with that. He's got a nice number of Marines there, but the 3rd is where the damage is going to be done for KrasS and TAiLS. They're engaging head on. Nice EMPs going off everywhere, and KrasS with a massive supply advantage here is just demolishing this force with Stim, with the 3-3 upgrade, leveling it out, and this 3rd Nexus is going to go down. Hits, and actually this reinforcing Colossi coming just in the nick of time.
The 2 best Storms I've seen on my entire life. They killed like 40 Marines there, but it might still not be enough. Look at all the ghosts still alive in the back. They do not have a lot of energy, but they have a few EMPs at their disposal, a few snipes they can use, and KrasS now double the supply of TAiLS, and there's not a lot of counter-harassment happening anymore. Just a few Zealots running around here, but there's plenty of Marines to use. And the S&D cannon, though, we're used
some
to...
more EMPs going off, and this looks like KrasS going to go and try and snipe off that Colossus. Does manage to get the Archon. The Marines just couldn't enough trying to chase that Colossus. And, well, the Ghost is sniping away and picking away at so many probes. There's hardly any unit here, to be fair, at the moment for TAiLS, and really, it's GG.
Yeah, GG. TAiLS is down to 21 supply. The last Colossus falls, and he is forced out of the game. And Neurosoft KrasS goes ahead and takes a game of TAiLS. That is